Stop what you're doing right now, because what you're about to hear could completely change how you experience the later years of your life. When people grow old and end up alone, most of them don't suddenly become weak overnight. It happens quietly, slowly, in the way their days lose structure, their thoughts lose direction, and life starts to feel heavier than it should. But here's the truth almost nobody talks about. Being alone in old age does not have to mean losing your strength, your clarity, or your purpose. There are specific things you can do that can completely change how your mind and body respond to solitude. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what they are. Understanding the reality of aging alone. Growing old and being alone is not just a social situation. It becomes a biological one. When there is no one around to naturally guide your day, your sleep patterns shift, your meals become irregular, and even your motivation to move starts to fade. Many people think this is just part of aging, but research shows something very different. The body and brain are deeply influenced by routine, connection, and purpose. Without them, decline speeds up, not because of age itself, but because of how life becomes unstructured. The good news is, this process is not fixed. It can be reversed, slowed down, and in many cases dramatically improved with the right daily actions. When you lose daily interaction, even simple things like decision-making become harder. The brain begins to conserve energy, avoiding effort where possible. This is why many older adults living alone report feeling stuck or foggy. It's not weakness, it's lack of stimulation. The moment you reintroduce structure and intention into your day, the brain starts waking up again. Even small habits like making your bed, drinking water at the same time each morning, or stepping outside for sunlight can reset your internal rhythm. These small anchors quietly rebuild stability from the inside out. 1. Build a non-negotiable daily structure. The first and most powerful thing you must do is create a fixed daily rhythm. Wake up at the same time every day. Eat your meals at consistent hours. Go outside in the morning light, even if it's just for a few minutes. When you're alone, your body loses the natural signals it used to get from other people, like shared meals, conversations, and activity. Without these signals, your internal clock becomes unstable. But when you rebuild structure, your brain starts to feel safe again. Energy improves, thinking becomes clearer, and even sleep begins to regulate itself. This simple routine becomes the foundation everything else depends on. 2. Keep your body moving, even lightly. One of the fastest changes that happens with loneliness is physical inactivity, and inactivity quietly affects everything: strength, balance, mood, and even memory. The solution is not intense workouts, it's consistency. Short walks, light stretching, or simple chair exercises can keep your muscles active and your joints flexible. Movement sends a message to your body that life is still active, still meaningful, and the more regularly you move, the more your energy returns naturally. Even small effort done daily is far more powerful than occasional heavy effort. It also improves circulation, supports heart health, and helps reduce stiffness that often builds up when days become sedentary. 3. Give your mind something new to learn. The human brain does not stay sharp by resting. It stays sharp by learning. When life becomes repetitive, the brain begins to slow down its activity because it is no longer being challenged. This is why learning something new is one of the strongest tools for aging well. It could be reading about a new topic, learning a language, practicing a hobby, or even exploring simple skills on your phone. The goal is not perfection. It is mental effort. When your brain struggles a little, it grows stronger, and that growth directly supports memory, focus, and emotional stability. Over time, this habit helps you feel more confident in your thinking and more engaged with life itself. 4. Create emotional connection in any form. Many people believe that being alone means being disconnected, but connection is not only physical, it is emotional. A meaningful phone call, a conversation where you feel heard, or even regular communication with one person can change your entire emotional state. When you feel understood, your stress levels naturally drop, your mind feels lighter, and your body responds in powerful ways that support long-term health. What matters is not how many people are around you, but whether you feel genuinely connected to at least a few. Even one consistent connection can become a lifeline for emotional stability. 5. Find a small sense of purpose. Without purpose, days start blending into each other, but purpose does not have to be big or life-changing. It can be something simple: taking care of a plant, writing thoughts in a notebook, helping someone online, or learning something you always delayed. Purpose gives direction to your energy. It tells your mind there is still something worth waking up for, and that single feeling can completely change how aging is experienced. Even a small responsibility can bring structure, meaning, and emotional strength back back into your daily life. Growing old and being alone is not the end of your story, but it does require intention. Without structure, movement, learning, connection, and purpose, life slowly loses its strength. But with them, even solitude becomes something stable, peaceful, and meaningful. You don't need a perfect life to feel alive again. You just need the right daily actions that remind your body and mind that life is still moving forward, and so are you.